It is no secret that we are not in the most stable place as a country. And I'm not one of those agents that's going to tell you that buying a house in 2024 is all puppy dogs and pancakes and you need to buy a house right now or you're going to miss out. We're going to walk down this little trail right here and I'm going to talk to you guys now. There are some pros and there are some cons right now with purchasing a home in 2024. I want to start off by talking about the American dream. Now, the American dream should be when like a cop and a teacher can get married, purchase a home, have a few kids, get a dog, white picket fence, the whole nine. And unfortunately, I don't know if that exists anymore. You know, I have a bunch of friends that are cops, I have a bunch of friends that are teachers, and at the very moment, a lot of them cannot afford to buy a home. A lot of them are having to rent. And what's crazy about that is even affording rent at the moment is very difficult because rent rates have also skyrocketed over the last few years. I spoke to my tax guy the other day. Now he has a lot of clients that pay him monthly. They're businesses that pay him monthly and he keeps their taxes together throughout the year. He said that every month, and this is only like a couple $100, maybe $200 or $300. He said every single month, those most of those businesses that used to pay him monthly consistently he goes to take their payment and it's defaulting. I also talked to a lawyer friend of mine who said the same thing. Payments by clients are defaulting, and it's because, you know, this has become a very difficult time to live. People are hurting right now, and we're seeing this in a lot of different industries. Okay, I'm not just going to touch on real estate. There are retail stores going out of business, restaurants going out of business like crazy, and don't even get me started on groceries. All right, before 2021, my wife and I would spend about $150 when we go to the grocery store, and now we're spending $350 and getting the same amount of stuff that we would get when we'd spend $150. And it's absolutely crazy to me that our market has inflated that much in such a short period of time. Everything's gotten so expensive, but yet the media doesn't want to talk about that. They want to feed us little bits of information, of half-truths, almost like dangling a carrot in front of us. And then their story changes every week. What do you believe? Who are you supposed to believe right now? It's absolutely crazy. All right, so let's get back to the housing market. You know, I will save my economy rants for another day. But right now, the fact of the matter is, inventory nationwide is still pretty low. Interest rates are, you know, they seem high, but they're middle of the road compared to history. But the problem is housing prices are very high. So why is inventory low? A lot of it's because of rate lock-in. You've got sellers all across the country who were locked in at 2.8, 2.9, 3% interest rates. And do you think they want to give that up by selling their home and having to purchase another home at 7%? Another thing is you've got hedge funds still buying up properties as fast as they can, putting renters in them. And so that is keeping inventory very low, and it's making the ability to purchase a house very, very difficult for the average American. Now, one thing we are seeing in the market right now is homes are sitting on the market a lot longer. Buyers are very apprehensive about moving forward with a deal right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in our country right now. It is an election year. Anytime there's an election year, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, but this year is even, I feel like, more so than other years. It's just weird. It's just everything that I'm seeing is weird. And so with uncertainty comes fear. And so you've got this fear in the market. We don't really know what's going to happen. Inventory's low, prices are sky high. And because of every other thing being high, like groceries and just your everyday living expenses, buyers are like, I'm going to hold off. Real estate is almost at a standstill right now. You've got buyers saying no, you've got sellers saying no, and so we're like, man, this is crazy. This is unlike anything I've ever seen. So what does that mean for you as a buyer? Now check out this trail that opens up to a nice little beach right here. I am in Gulf Breeze, Florida today, and it's a beautiful day. I will say that. Look at the water's nice. Loving it. What do you do if you are a home buyer that needs to purchase a home? You've got these homes that are sitting on the market a lot longer than normal because most buyers are saying, ain't happening. Well, the first thing you need to do if you absolutely need to buy a home this year is you need to cast a wider net with your offers. Instead of making one offer or two offers, I would make a bunch of offers, because every seller's situation is different. You never know. You may have a seller of a home that's military and they just got relocated to another part of the country, or someone in the medical field that just took a job in another part of the country. Those people have to sell their house. I would look for homes that have been on the market for, let's say, more than 40 days. And I would make an offer on that home that I am comfortable with. Do not let anyone ever intimidate you and tell you you can't make an offer, or that that is a lowball offer. If a home sat on the market for 40 plus days, that either means A, they haven't gotten any other offers and your offer is the best offer that they have, or B, they've gotten some lower offers early on that they did not accept. No matter what, that home is still on the market, and at this current time, you're probably the best offer that they have. So do not be afraid to make an offer you're comfortable with. I tell all my buyers that. It's like, look, just because the economy is a certain way, just because it looks inflated, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to pay those prices. Everything's negotiable in real estate. If you hold out, make enough offers, be smart about the offers that you're making, you will absolutely find a deal that works for you. Another thing that I tell all my buyers right now is really dive deep within yourself. Why is it that you are purchasing a home? If you're having to move for work, I totally understand. If you are just buying a home because you think that's what you're supposed to do, that might not be the best thing for you. Ask yourself, how is this going to enrich my life? Are my kids going to get to go to the schools that I want them to? Are there going to be things to do in the area that really going to give us positive energy? Do I feel positive energy in this area? Because I truly believe if you really connect with where you live and you feel like it's a positive environment, I do think that's going to affect your overall life as a whole. So I definitely encourage everyone to ask yourself those questions. Will this enrich my life? That's important. Another thing that I don't want you doing is buying a home just because you're feeling cultural pressure. Our culture has created this system that I feel is now broken. All right, you think about it. Okay, we've got this system now that it's like, okay, you're going to go to school from age 5 to 18. You're going to go to college for 2 to 4 years. And if you don't get a college degree, then you're not going to be able to be as successful as someone else with a college degree. And that's totally BS. Unfortunately, that's the message our culture has presented for so long. Problem with that is there's lots of people coming out of college right now that aren't making enough money to survive. Well, what do they say after college? You come out of college, you get a good job, you get married, you buy a house, you put money in your 401k every month, and in 30 or 40 years, you're going to get to retire. That's the American dream. That system, it doesn't work anymore. Unfortunately, if you don't make a ton of money right now, you do not have enough money to live comfortably. And that is a sad situation that we are in as a country, but it is the truth. So don't buy a house just because you think that is what you are supposed to do, because you need to do what is best for you, not what you've been told you're supposed to do your entire life. Another reason that you may not want to buy a home this year is because the housing market might crash. It also might not. The feds have put so much cheap money into circulation. That cheap money only has one place to go, and that is in assets like stocks and real estate. So what does that do? That inflates the price of those assets. But since the dollar value, since they printed so much cheap money, the dollar value is actually going way down. And so the value, the actual real value of these homes doesn't match the list prices. We are in a very weird situation, but that weird situation can also bring some opportunity, as I was talking about earlier. You may be able to snatch up a home for its actual value, not the fake value that they're showing on these listings. So what is my final advice to you if you're going to purchase a home in 2024? Well, it's to, first of all, make sure your finances are in order to where you feel comfortable. Don't let a real estate agent or anybody pressure you into purchasing a house. That is a big decision, and you need to make that decision for yourself based on your comfort level, how you feel. All right, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You also need to make lots of offers, cast that wider net, make offers that work for you, and eventually you're going to land one that the numbers work out, because the numbers don't care about the economy. That is the coolest thing about the real estate market. Is I bought a lot of rental properties. I only buy a rental property if the numbers work out the way I want them to. I don't care what the economy's doing. I don't care if it's up, I don't care if it's down. I look at the numbers, I'm like, okay, that works out for me, that's a good deal, let's buy it. Hope you got some value from that video. If you did, shoot me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I make real estate videos every week, and I may start ranting about the economy, because the decisions that our country is making is absolutely outrageous, and I don't understand it. I really don't, and it's upsetting. But all right, folks, that's the topic for another day. We'll catch you next time.